This call is now being recorded.
All right, guys, let's head over there now. Okay, so I'll be sharing my screen with you guys now. Now, there are certain things I want us to understand. Um, now, okay, all right. See, as I told you guys earlier before, you see, every single thing we have taught you over the months and days, over the days that have turned to weeks, weeks that have turned to months. If you follow any one of them, you should not be losing in this market. Few months ago, we taught you guys support and resistance. And right in front of you, I drew a support and the resistance of BTC. I drew a support. Please forgive, pardon the line you are seeing there. Okay. I drew a support and a resistance on BTC. And just watch and observe how BTC have been respecting this support and resistance. Watch from here, it will bounce, it will go back, bounce, go back. It have not successfully go above this line and it have not go below this line, which shows you the importance of what support and resistance. Now, on a separate day, I'm going to teach you guys how to make use of market structure because I know many of you might be wondering what are these things that I hear, all these things like this. They are called market structure. So, on another training, I'm going to teach you guys how to make use of market structure. Is that okay? Now, this is our RSI, although this one is a bit advanced. Let me see if I can get that of Binance. Or should I share my, let me share my phone screen. Okay, let me first conclude with this. All right, so let's say, for example, um, let me just hide this. Okay, now I told you guys, I said there's what we call fake support and there's what we call the real support and resistance. All right, and this here in this context, this is our support. Where is this? Okay. Uh, I need something to use on right for me. Okay, good. Now, in this aspect, this line here that I do is my support, and this is my resistance. All right, and I gave you guys the analogy that this is more of like a ceiling that prevents the price from going above it, and this is more of like the floor that prevent the price from falling below it. So it's more of like a force wave that is here. If it comes over to this place, it will pull it down. If it come over here, it will pull it up. All right. That is how support and resistance work. And for your support to be true support, it has to hit at least three times. At least three significant times. Three times. For example, you can see here there were a lot of hits, but we decided to pick this range here because we're having a ranging market. It hit here also, it hit here, and if we move even forward, it hit there. Now for support, it hit here, it hit here. This was close, so if I'm to use the rectangle, it still hit on this place, which is three good times. Now, and I also told you guys there's some misconception people have that it must touch the line. No, there is what we call a price range. Okay, let's say from the price of 1849 to the price of 18 35. It's not more than high, it's not up to $10 difference. So they are more of like within the same price range. Do you understand? Is that okay, guys? Remember, it is I'm trying to conclude this aspect. Is that okay?
It's
Yes,
okay,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes.
right, good.
Yes,
Now
sir.
we now introduce you guys to what we call in the use of indicators. And I told you guys that indicators are market instruments that shows us the possibility or the possible move of the coin in the short time or even long time uh, period. All right. So now, in that aspect, I introduce you guys to the one we call the indicator called. You can see here I have so many indicators, but I introduce you guys to Bollinger Band. Bollinger Band. And I told you guys that when I took time to explain to you guys how this Bollinger Band work and how to read them. All right. This Bollinger Band is made up of three lines. This one here, this one here, and this one here. And I told you guys that this line here is called the upper band. The upper band. And what is the upper band? The upper band is seen as the resistance line. The upper band is seen as the resistance line. So this is more of like one thing you can do is consider this as a moving support and resistance. Consider Bollinger Band as a moving support and resistance. Now, you know that this particular support here, this one we drew here, is more of like static, but this one is moving with the price. And what does it do? How do you read it? Simple. This is the overbought region, and this is the oversold region. Now, and I told you guys that the concept of this is when you see this candlestick approaches this line, it is seen as a good time to what short the market. As in, it's a good time to enter a short position if you want to trade on futures. If you are on stock market, it's a good time for you to sell. It's a good time for you to sell. The same thing is in the opposite manner. When you see that the candlestick approaches this lower band here, which is the oversold region, all right? When you see it approach this band here, it is industry standard, or we say that the price is in the oversold region. And when the price is in the oversold region, you look for opportunity for you to buy. You look for opportunity to buy. You buy at this region and you sell at this region. Okay. This is, for example, if you are to trade using Bollinger Band on the spot market. So for me, on the spot market, remember, spot market is a one-way market. You can only trade one way. You can either you are buying low and selling high, or you are selling high and you are buying low. So it is a one-way market. So you know, if you sell at this point, you make profit. And if you look down when it comes down, you buy here, you are buying cheaper and you are waiting for the next up movement for you to sell. If you watch and take a critical look at how this is structured, you will discover a simple pattern. A simple pattern in it is what? When you see the candlestick touches this line here, what happens? This candlestick touches this line, it moves up. Remember, we say this is the oversold region. So at the oversold region, this line here, at the oversold region is where you look to buy at a cheaper price. You buy the asset cheap and you wait for it to go up to the upper, that is the overbought region or the upper band here, this line, for you to take your profit. Even in the spot market, if you practice this, you are going to be making profit. The man that bought here when it came down and sold here is a massive profit. The man that bought here and sold here is a massive profit. The man that bought here and sold here is a massive profit. The man that bought here and sold here is in profit. The man that is waiting for this to drop to this point now and buy here and is looking for it to go up here to sell, we still make profit. Do you understand it? That is how to read. Forget about this line here. This line here is not really important. All right? It's not really important. This is a moving average. It's not really important. But we can use this also in times of when we have an uptrend market. When we have an uptrend, we can use this as the resistance. I mean, as the support if it is forming a higher high. All right, so that is a little more advanced. Maybe we'll talk about that later. But so far, do you guys understand what I just talked about now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now,
Yes, sir.
moving forward to we talked about RSI. Okay, RSI is already here. This is our RSI. And what is RSI? I said RSI. Now, sorry, I made a little bit of jump. I told you guys that this here Bollinger Band is a momentum was indicator. Then, and this is RSI. The full meaning of RSI is relative strength index. Relative strength index. What it does is that it shows you the strength of the market by putting it in a line graph. All right. This is a line graph, more of like a line graph. Now, this also follow the same ideology of what Bollinger Band in the sense that it has an upper band and a lower band. Okay, Bollinger Band have an upper band and lower band. The same way that RSI have its own upper band here and its own lower band here. All right. So how do you trade with it? Now, this one that is blue here is what we call, this blue one here is a moving average. So I can decide to remove it. I can decide to remove it. It's not, okay, let me just remove it so that it doesn't mistake you guys. So you guys don't mistake it. All right, so if I just go in here and I'll go
Our
to
screen is not
into,
showing.
why?
Ah,
I think somebody
It's
tried to
showing.
share his screen.
It's showing.
Yeah, it's stronger. That's stronger.
The
Is my
screen is
screen
showing. I can
showing?
see. Yes.
Can you guys see my screen? I can't see
Yes,
my
yes,
it's
it's
own
showing.
showing.
screen.
It's showing.
No,
It's showing.
it's not showing. We can't see.
It's not showing, sir.
It just
You can see.
it just
Okay,
stopped.
it just went
It just
off.
stopped. Somebody did something.
It just went off.
Ofo tried
But it
to
was
share
showing.
his screen, so the thing interrupted.
No problem. I'm going to just let me turn down off. I'm going to turn it off now so that people can show their you won't be able to show your screen or turn on your video now. So I've enabled that. All right, so I'm going to share my screen now so you guys have that.
Sir, sorry, your voice is going high and low. Some places we can't hear. It's so faint. It's just going up and down.
That should either be
No,
on your
you've
network.
been stable here. You've
That
been
should be
stable here.
yes, that should be for your network. All right. So now this is what we do. Now from this point, all right, you can see there is moving average here. So I'm going to go into the style and I'll find moving average. You can see here they say RSI base moving average. This NA is moving average. So I'm going to deselect it. I can see it has it disappeared. Now it's just like as I told you guys, all right. I can also incorporate Bollinger Band into the RSI, but I don't want Bollinger Band in there. All right. So what I just want is RSI, the upper band and the lower band. The middle band, I don't even want the middle band. So this is how it's going to be. This is the right way to set it up. For me, I can decide to make use of even more advanced. Please, guys, if I'm not asking to listen, mute your mic so that you don't interrupt us. Now, this is the way your Bollinger Band, I mean your RSI should look. Then you just click on save, and that should be it. I think I should just mute everybody. Let me just mute everyone. Let me just remove the function. All right. So only the admin should be able to on their mic now. Now, moving forward, okay. So I have configured this. Now, look at how this works. You see, this line you see here is the RSI line, which shows the strength. Now, if you watch, you see that this line moves in accordance with the price. This is the price, all right? The candlestick is the price. So watch, see as it went up here, you see how it pulled up to this point, and now that it tilts down, see, it's coming down. Now, what we do in this industry is when you see the RSI approaching this oversold region, what you do is overbought region, sorry. What you do is you look for opportunity to enter a sell market. You sell. For those of you that trade futures, you know, futures you can trade both ways. So as you see the price is approaching this point or is already above this line, you short the market. When you see the price approaching this way, if you are on a short position and you see the price approaching this region, you quickly exit your current position. You quickly exit your current what position. When you see it at this point, approaching here, you quickly exit. Why? Because once it hits here, a lot of traders are waiting to see the line touch this area for them to enter a buy position. So you that you already entered a short position from here or a sell position from here and is already playing out all the way down, once you see it approach here, this is the time for you to do what? Take your profit. That is the time for you to take your profit. You take your profit, you wait and see as the market move. Is that okay? Admin, is that okay?
Yes, it's okay. It's okay, sir. It's clear.
So that is on this. Then moving forward, we equally talked about we equally talked about um we talked about MACD. And I told you guys that MACD is a very simple, is a very simple indicator. MACD is a very simple indicator to use. And how do you use it? Let me remove Bollinger Band and bring in MACD. It's a very, very simple indicator. All right. I told you guys what is the most important thing on MACD is the crossovers. And what are the crossovers? When this line, cross this one, those are what we call the crossover. There's what we call the, I told you guys about the positive crossover, which is in this area here. Any crossover here is called a positive crossover. And we have a negative crossover. Sorry. And we have a negative crossover, which is anything around this area. So when you see in this aspect, when you see it crosses here, it means it is going down. And you see it, you can see the market which is at this area. This is when it crosses, the market start going down. Now, here is when it crosses in the negative region. When it crosses the negative region, what happens? You can see, which is here, it starts going up again. I can see now it has been crossing and crossing in the positive region. Whether it's still above this area you entered. So MACD gives you an overview of the market movement. So I told you guys that trading with MACD, it is best you enter trade at the crossover. Enter trade at the crossover. You enter trade here or you enter trade here. And I equally told you guys that if you do not understand how to make use of MACD, you can add an indicator called 200 moving average. You can just come in here. You can go to, let me remove RSI. I believe you guys already understand how RSI is. If you want to use this very well, you can just come in here and go here and type moving average, MA. Or you can use, if you don't want to use moving average, for example, I'm just going to use it. This is the moving average line. If you want to use it to trade using MACD, you come here on the input section, the length should be 200. You put it 200. You put it 200 and you close. Said okay. Now, how do you enter? I think exponential moving average is better. Let me use EMA. So we use EMA. Oh, exponential. These are moving average exponential. So use this one. It's a bit clearer. Change it to 200. And so okay. Now, how do you enter trade? I think moving average is even better. All right, so how do you enter trade? Whenever, for example, if you are using either moving average or exponential moving average, and you find this line here, anytime you see that the candlestick is above this line and it is showing you green, all right, green candle, green bars here, these green bars. And it's showing these green bars, you can enter trade. If you enter trade here, you win. Anytime you see that it is below this line, you see this candlestick is below it, it closed below it, you can enter short position, which is here. You can see now is above it. If you have entered trade here, you see, although this is a very wrong signal, which could have maybe the person might have taken loss. That is how you work with what MACD. For me to trade with MACD, I do not need to add moving average. All right, moving average just for extra confirmation. I don't trade with it. I just only the MACD here gives me everything I need. I don't even, if I want to trade with MACD, I can trade with only MACD without any other one. But as I told you guys that it is always good you use more than one indicator to confirm your entry so that you don't make wrong moves. So I'm just going to show you guys now on Binance using my phone so I can take it a step further. So this is the one. Now, as I told you guys, later on, I will be introducing you guys to how to make use of market structure like this. All right. I'm going to be showing you guys how to make use of market structure and what market structure I make use of. And this could be very, very accurate in terms of trading. And let's see, I'm going to be showing you guys what are all this and what it represents, but that will be a training for another day. All right. So yeah, don't worry, the training for market structure will come later. All right, so now how do you trade? Simple thing. As a trader, for those of you who will be watching this, you are going to see the market structure, the video. If you watch the training, you are going to see the video. So it's still recording my screen. So now, how do you trade as a crypto trader? How do you trade? And how do we give you signal? First, I'm going to start with how we drop our signal, how our signal look like. I'm sorry, I'm coming, guys. I'm going to start with how our signal look like. Let me find, I'm trying to find a sample of our signal so that I can show you guys sample of our signal. Okay. All right, this is one. I'm going to use this one and good. Okay, and this one. Okay, this. Let me see. Do I have a long one here? Then let me see. Do I have a long one? Okay, and this is long. All right, so I'm gonna just use the screen, and let me share my screen now so that I will show you guys how my signal will drop, how our signal drops. Can you guys see my screen?
Not yet, sir.
All right, I'm coming. How about now? All right, now. All right, so let me just get this and let's see. Okay, let's start from here. Now, this is how our signal will show. All right. For example, why I'm showing this because we are going to start trading very soon. This is how our signal will drop. Okay. So now this will state, you will say long. It will say long, which means you are entering that the price will go up. We will give you the name of the asset we are trading. We'll give you the name of the asset we are trading. The entry price, this entry is the price you have to put on your limit price. Now, if I say CNP, if I give you trade with the name CNP as your entry price, that means is a current market price. CNP stands for current market price, which means you should enter the trade immediately. I will give you your take profit figure and your stop loss, your leverage, and most importantly, your portfolio management. Now, let me give you an instance. In this aspect of portfolio management, if I say one on portfolio management, this is the most important thing. Please, everybody pay attention. On portfolio management, if I say 1/6, 6. It means that if you are having $100, divide $100 by 6 and trade with one portion. So what you will do, you divide this $100 by 6, it should be giving you about $16. That is what you use to enter the trade. Then $16 will not be, your trade position will not be $16 times $16 times 8, which is your leverage. When I give you your trade position, but what you are risking from your account is $16, and we trade with cross. All right, all our trade is on cross. This is the first one. The second one is when we use what we call, this is for short. I'll just show you guys for long. Then this is for short position. All right, and now in this one we are making use of different type of take profit and stop loss, which I have taught you guys on this platform. I've taught you guys about this particular take profit, how to take profit by percentage, and how to put your stop loss by percentage. So if you are here and as a Doche member, this should not come as a surprise to you because you have already learned this previously. Now, this one, we have, this is a short position. Whenever I send a trade and I say short, it means you should enter a sell position. Now, what it does is, if you look at this point, I gave you the name of the coin you have to short, your entry price. This one, I gave the entry price because we're not doing current market price. Okay, so now I am telling them that your take profit should be between 25% to maximum 50%. Okay, so you guys know how to set that up. You put it, you set your 25%. If you, what we are saying now is on this trade, the minimum profit we are going to take is 25%, and the maximum profit we are going to take is 50%. Coming back to the stop loss, I put it, the minimum stop loss should be 15%, and the maximum stop loss should be what? 25%. Now you can see on this, our portfolio management is 1/5, and we're using 20x on this particular trade. All right, so each of our trade signals 9 or may differ from one another. Now coming to the long one, right? This is another long trade we sent to our previous. These were trade that we sent to our previous students. You can see here, we give them, we tell you the type of trade it is, which is long. We tell you the assets, the entry price you should enter, your take profits, and your stop loss. And we tell you the leverage to take and your portfolio management. Please be very, very mindful of this portfolio management. Don't joke with it. Now, let's take for instance, if I am here, this is my Binance account, and let's say, for example, I am now. If you want to take profit by percentage, for those of you who really want to, like, who still do not understand how to take profit by percentage, for you to take profit by percentage, you will not set take profits and stop loss when you are configuring your trade. You will only enter your trade based on your entry. Once it hits your entry, it must have hit your entry before you now go ahead to enter your take profit and loss and your stop loss. How do you do that? Once your trade have triggered, for example, as this one is now, my trade have triggered, I will come in here I have not even set the take profit for this, so I'll just click on this stop profit and loss. I'll click on it. I will go to position here. I will go here on position, take profit and loss. So I will click on that. I will scroll down to where it says this is take profit and this is stop loss. Now, if you want to put figures, you can put figures here or this, but for we to make use of percentage, we need to change it from figures to percentage. And to do that, we'll click on this arrow here. For the take profit, I'll click on that arrow and I'll select percentage. Now I want my take profit to be maybe 20%. Once I've said that, I'll click on this place that mark price is showing. I'll click on the arrow there and I'll put it at last price. And for my stop loss, if I want to set my stop loss, I'll click this place, change it to percentage, and here I will type maybe my stop loss should be 300%. If I say 200%, it will show me the exact amount I'll be losing when it is 200%, and I will leave it on mark price. Always leave your stop loss on mark price. I've explained to you guys earlier what is the work of mark price and how it relates. So I'm just gonna leave this way and I'll click on this. And once I click on this, my take profits order have been set here because I only configure my take profit on. Then that is that. Okay. Is there anyone that do not understand this aspect, what I just discussed now? Is there anybody that do not understand it? Is it clear?
It's clear, sir. I think so.
Now, let me take an example. I'm going to show you guys a secret that many people ignore. And this can make the difference in your trading life. And that secret is, how do you really know the coin to trade? How do you really know the coin to trade? Number one, there's what we call the top gainers and the top losers. When I first started as a newbie trader, my number one goal area for me to trade and make profit is either I am trading on the top gainers or I am trading on the top losers. Now, this is if you are trading on your own and maybe you are not following our signals. But if you are following our signals, we are already going to be doing all the technical analysis. We'll just send to you on what to do. Please follow every instruction we give if you are taking our signal. If you take our signal and you tell us you got liquidated and we are not liquidated, we simply know that you didn't follow the instruction. Now, as a newbie trader, one of the places you can go and one of the places you can find good coins to trade is on this place that display gainers and losers. Now, Binance do not make it possible for you to search for coins, because if you come here, you find a lot of coins that are at least 10 coins that are the top gainers and 10 coins that are the top losers. Now, let me shock you with something here. All right. Now, do you know that over 80% or 90% of coins now on these top losers, on these top losers, were the former top gainers as of 2 days ago or 1 day ago. For example, yesterday, this ERN was the top gainer and now is on the top loser. So what do you do? What I do is I will come in here and I will look for a coin that is valuable and is trading on futures. So now, as I told you guys, there is no way for you to sort this on here to show you the coins that are trading on futures. So there is a way we can do that on the futures market. So to do that, we'll go to the futures market. As we come to the futures market, we'll scroll, we'll go over to this place here. You see that two arrows. We'll click on it. As we click on it, it will bring us to this place. Now, this is all. This is perpetual. This is delivery, and the boss this thing. For you to trade, you can put it. You can either leave it on all or you leave it on perpetual. Perpetual is the type of futures you can cancel at any time. Now, for you to find coins, when you come in here, your own will be at this place. It will just be neutral. You'll be seeing BTC, it will show you like this. So for you to sort it according to maybe the top gainers or the top losers, you need to click on this place, say 24 hours. If you tap it once and it align only the green ones with high percentage increase, you will know that what you are seeing then is a top gainers. If you tap there again and it's not highlight the red ones like these ones now, starting from the one with the highest percentage drop downward, you now know that you have the top losers on this market. So let's watch it. Watch what I'm going to do. I'll tap here. Now you see, as I tap here, you see I have the red ones showing. So these red ones are showing me that based on the current market situation, Link is dropping the most. Link is dropping the most. So what I will do is, the truth is, as you see Link drop like this now, maybe in the next 1 day, Link will be among the top gainers. So what I will do is I will click here now. If I want to long, I will click on Link. I will go and study it. And I'll be like, okay, what is really going on? Why is Link going down? And I'll look, Link have gone below this one. This have come down here before and went all the way up. So now it is coming down. Maybe it want to test this previous low. So what I will do is I can enter a long position here and I'll say I want to take my profit either here or above this place. And once I enter this, you can watch Link and see. Give Link 1 to 2 days and you will see that Link will be trading above 7.8. All right. So this shows you, this gives you like an easier way for you to find good coins that you can either long or short. So for me, I only long coins that are already on the top losers, and I short coins that are on the top gainers. So for example, no coin goes down forever. No coin goes down forever. So it will go down, it will come up, it will go down, it will come up, it will go down, it will come. See, it went up, it come down, it went up again. That is how they move. So no one goes in one direction forever. So when you find a good coin that is already going down, what you do is a good time for you to enter a buy position and wait for it to go up here. and you take profit. Or if you find a coin going up here, you enter a position, you enter a short position for it to come down. This is the easiest way as a newbie you can follow to make profit in this industry. If you now click in here, if you want to look for, I've shown you guys how to find coins for you to long. So how do you find coins for you to short? You tap on that same place again. Now it is showing me all the green ones. Please give me a minute. Let me answer this call. All right, guys, can you all hear me? Hello? If you can hear me, type in yes. Type in yes if you can hear me. All right,
We
good.
can hear you, but we can hear.
You don't know my password.
We can hear.
Sorry, guys. All right, so moving on. Sorry, some of my business partner was just calling me. All right, now moving on. Okay, for you to find coins for you to short, listen, follow this simple strategy. For those of you who are too lazy in terms of maybe doing technical analysis or finding doing technical analysis of BTC and all these things. Now, what you do is this: if you come here and you find a coin that is at the or like the one that is stopping all of them, for example, this ATA, and you come to this place, you look at it, what is going on? What happened? Now, if you watch, you will see ATA. Some people do this, and that's how they make their money. They will wait for the coin to pump. You see, as this coin pumped all this way, some people start shorting the market from there. Do you see that? Do you know that only this movement from here down here, somebody like me, if I use 20x and I short at this top here and it came down here, I have made more than 200%. Very simple. So what do? I look for coins. I will look at them. Okay, this coin have breaking the upper Bollinger Band here as it pumped. It have broken the upper Bollinger Band as it pumped. Are you
Your
guys
screen is
oh,
not showing. It's not
oh my
showing.
god. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
noticed that now. I just noticed that. Oh god, I'm having serious headache. All right,
Um,
so I haven't slept throughout today. Been so stressed out. Now, moving forward, okay, guys, I'm telling you guys what we have in store for you guys. What we are going to be unveiling to you guys in about a week plus coming from now. From now, is going to change your life seriously. So it's worth every stress that we are passing through now because we know the value is going to add to you guys' life. Okay, so now when you see the coin have broken the upper Bollinger Band, what do? You look for opportunity to short the market. Look, the people that enter short position here, at this point, they are still in massive profit, and there is still the possibility of this coming even way down. No coin goes up forever. No coin goes up forever. No coin goes down forever. If you find a coin that is going up and you short it from the very top, you stand a higher chance of making money than the person that short it from here. That's why you must always try to catch the top. Try to catch the top. And when you are doing this kind of thing, you must make sure that you are not using too much leverage. Highest from 1x to 5x, from 2x to 5x maximum. You enter trade here by this point here, you have already made more than 20% of your account, and you can close it for that day and look for another trade. So this is what I did, what I do when I was still very, very new. Nobody to give me signal, because people were giving me signal, their signal were not coming in. I was losing more money. I decided to study and understand what happens. I said, okay. I asked myself, I said, since these coins, because I studied the pattern, I discovered that all these coins that you see here are the top ones. Okay, just take for an instance. You see this better coin. You see this coin. And this one. In fact, you see all this coin here, maybe apart from this coin. Okay? You see all this coin here? All of them. If you can just screenshot this thing, just screenshot them and come back in the next 1 or 2 days in this place, you will see all of them will be here. All of them will be in this area as the top losers. And you see that these ones that are these top losers now will move. Some of them will enter here. Some we have already left the top losers. The thing you need to understand is when you buy a coin when it is at top loser, if you buy a coin when it is at top loser and it's from top loser and enter +1, you are already making massive profits. If you short a coin when it was maybe top gainer at maybe 20%, 40% top gainer, or even 80% or 100% top gainer, by the time it will drop to maybe 50% top gainer, you are already making massive profits. Simple things that can make you a profitable trader. If you're following this ideology, this terminology, or this strategy, make sure, number one, you are trading with what? Now, I told you guys, I said sometimes many of you might think I'm trying to lie to you guys. If you watch, I traded this coin, ATA. What was my leverage on this coin? 1x. When I discovered that the coin was just pumping anyhow, I put 1x and I will short it, I will long it, I was making my money. So whenever you are doing this strategy, make sure you are not doing what? Using anything. Use between 1x to maximum of 5x. 1 to 5x. Don't go above that, because it can ruin your portfolio very easy if you don't know how to handle it. Is that okay? Now, the concluding part, I thought we have already taught you guys how to do DCA. Now watch, I already have a DCA set up. This is my DCA that I've set up for this particular trade. Okay, I did DCA when it got to 0.0086. I did DCA and it still look as if it will go higher. I did another DCA. I have put my second DCA at 0.0 1. And this is my liquidation price. So my DCA must be below my liquidation price. If my DCA is above my liquidation price, I will get liquidated before it will hit my DCA. That's mistake some of you make. And there's nothing stopping you from doing more than one DCA. For example, looking at this trade, if I suspect that this trade will go even higher, what will I do? I will come in here, I can come to this place, and I'll put 1, 2, or 1, 3 as my new DCA, and I'll set my percentage. Maybe I want to enter with 3% of the account, and I will enter short. I have put in my second DCA. Now, if the trade pump to this point and activate this DCA, this one is now next in line. Now, I can do this and I will go and sleep. I can do this, I will go and sleep. If it now pump to 0.13, it will enter my second DCA. Now, what as it's entering the DCA is moving my entry closer. Now, as I told you guys that no trade goes up forever. Few hours ago, you see that this trade, you see this coin pumped from this here all the way to this point. But what happened? It have retraced down. That is how cryptocurrency moves. You see, it will move, it will move up. And if it move up and trigger your DCA, sometimes it will come down. And once you trigger your DCA will bring your entry closer to this point. By the time you now start doing this, it down, it will hit your entry and you can exit the market without losing your trade. That is how to trade using DCA. I hope that is clear. Now, how do you enter our trade, our signal? How do you take our signal? So let's use this one. Let's use this one. All right, so let me use this. I said in this place, long ape USD. Okay, so I'll come here. I will go to this place and I'll search for ape, 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 ape USD. I'll take it. Now the price is telling me to do is my entry should be CMP. CMP. Whenever I see CMP, this is what you do. You click on this limit. Click on the limit, put it on market. That is all. You have activated your CMP. Then once the CMP, you don't need entry price. You can put any amount you want to put here. You can put any amount you want to put here, and based on the portfolio management, if I say divide it by 1/6, it means you will divide your portfolio. If your portfolio is $200 you are using to trade, you divide it by 6, you are entering with $33. You'll come in here, you will now do, if your leverage, remember we gave you leverage, we say the leverage is 8x, for example. 8x, we now say 33 times 8. So our trade position will be 267. So we'll go here. We'll go to this place where it tells us amount. Now remember, where it tells us amount, we'll put 267. Now watch. When I put 267, although remember that the price in that time is at 6, but at the current market price here, it shows me that my investment amount, what it will cost me is $13. What it will cost me here is $13. if I'm entering a buy or a short market. Do you guys understand it? So once that is done, you put in, you can either enter your long or your short. Now, if we give you the take profit, how do you put your take profit? If you want to enter your take profit before doing this, you click on this place. For example, we did not give you take profit by percentage. You click here. There is where you will type in the figure for your take profit, type in the figure for your stop loss. And once you enter, click on either long, as we say is long. If you click on long, all of these things will be triggered and put in open position. That is how that works. Is that okay? Is that okay, everybody?
It's okay.
All right. What else? Now, I've showed you guys how to do that of percentage, which I showed you guys an example of it, and I've set my percentage take profit for this particular trade. I've shown you guys how to enter and do your DCA and how you can have multiple DCAs. If I want to have another DCA again, I can put another DCA at this. For you to put DCA, you must put this thing. Now, sorry, I just showed you guys for when you are using CPM. But when I give you the entry price, for example, here on this one, I gave you the entry price. This is the entry price. I gave you the entry price on that coin. What you will do, where you will switch your this thing from market, you will switch it from market to limit. Once it's on limit, here is where you put your price. Watch. If I clear this, you tell a price. Here is where you will type in that entry. If it's 0.0111, this is where you will type it in, and it will become your entry price. Then you can now put in the other ones and your take profits and so on and so forth, and you enter your trade. So this is basically how it works. Okay, so that's just it. I think that just covered it all. So if we have questions, let me take questions. If you have questions, please raise your hand. Admins, help me coordinate the people that will ask questions so I can take their question one after the other.
Okay.
Jesus.
I think we should start from Mr. Ben. Mr.
All right,
Benjamin.
guys. All right, guys, Mr. Benjamin, is over to you. If you guys know you enjoy this class, please just type in value in the comment section. If you enjoy the class, type in value. Mr. Benjamin, over to you. All right, 1 minute to anybody that's
Not there.
asking question. If he's not there,
Okay.
if Mr. Benjamin is not there, you move to the next person now.
Mr. Olise, what?
Mr. Olise.
Olise, okay, let me not crucify the name. Olise.
Yeah, I understand. All right, Mr. Olise, over to you, please. All right, let's move over to another person.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe he's sleeping.
Mr.
All right.
Chuku. Or Mr. Chuku.
Mr. Nwachuku, is it Nwachuku? Oh, yeah, sorry. I muted everybody's mic.
Okay.
Let me unmute it. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. That is our mistake.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sure.
I just saw this thing now. Let me
Mr. Benjamin will now start again.
Yeah, there's no problem. So your mics are on now. You can go ahead and let's
All right. Good evening, guys.
Good evening,
Can you
Mr.
hear me?
Benjamin. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yes. I so much appreciate the value that you have been giving to us. Me personally, I may be quiet, but I've got a lot here. May the Lord reward you a million and billion times in Jesus' name. My question is, I've been trading with very little capital. Let me say like between 40 and $50. And I discovered that I was making the little profit, and at least to start with, and I'm happy with it. But just on explaining this today, I started about maybe 3 days ago or 4 days. So I've made a couple of, let's say, $12. So unfortunately, I don't watch some movement of the trade or the coins that I've been trading with, about three of them. So, and I set my trade, but unfortunately, everything just went against me. I was wondering that is there anybody monitoring what I was doing? yeah, yeah, just making the coin to just be revolving at a particular point. It was not giving me what I wanted until I lost almost the $12 that I need. So I was just being pained by will this one continue to be like this? Then setting my faith from what I've learned to do, it's like my stop loss. I always put it like before I put it like 5%. When I put my profit, maybe it will be 2% or 3%. So my stop loss, I put it 5% or thereabouts. But looking at what I've done today, you are setting stop loss around 200. I was now looking at it that this the trade cannot go against 200 if I will just look at it. Is it possible to be setting my stop loss at that very kind of thing? For how long will I now wait? Because I was just scalping the way you taught us. Just
All
do
right,
it within some period of time.
all right.
And
Now
so that is
let me come in here, okay? Now see, trading is all about patience. None of us individually can move the market on our own, except you are a whale. There's something we call a whale. These are those people that trade with millions of dollars and billions of dollars. They can, in a way, influence the market movement in a little one. Now, you see, one of the things that I have discovered that makes people to lose a lot of money in trading is their no understanding of portfolio management. So that is why we decided to, when we are giving signal to our students, why many of you were having this mistake is because we have not been sending you signals, so we have not been showing you guys how we do our portfolio management. All right. So maybe I think maybe tomorrow, if I have time and I have strength, I might show you guys portfolio management on that. I'll just show you guys a trading. I'll just show you guys how just more of like we're going over the portfolio management. Now, your ability to structure a portfolio very well is what gives you longer time to stay in the trade. Now, I showed you guys this RSR trade that I am in now, and I'm losing money. Okay, I'm losing about $50 and above. This trade have been active for more than 1 week. If you attended lesson training here, that was last week, you would have seen this same trade, this same trading was going on. Now, why was it that despite how long this trade have stayed, I am not losing much? That is because of my portfolio management. What I did was pick a very little chunk of my portfolio and I entered with little leverage. I've told you guys don't be greedy in terms of what you want to make out of the market. If you are trying to be greedy, the platform wants you to be greedy. That is why they will provide you leverage of up to 125x leverage. because they are dependent on your level of greed for them to make money off of it. So what should you do? Reduce your leverage. Take leverage between 2x to 5x as a beginner. Then use small margin in entry your market. And you will see that even though the coin, like let it come to heaven, it will still come down and you take your profit. Just follow this portfolio management. Make sure if you are entering, if you are entering a trade, divide your portfolio by 10. Any trade you want to enter, divide your portfolio by 10 and take one piece of it. If you are having $100 as your account total portfolio, divide that account, that $100 by 10, trade with $10, and you move on. And you will be the one to tell me that you have never recorded any loss. Do you understand it? Mr. Benjamin, did I answer your question?
Yes, I didn't actually lose out of the money I've been
I
using
know
as a
because
portfolio,
most of the
but
profit you made is still now in a loss. Not like you are liquidated. Is it not? Hello? Hello? Mr. Benjamin, are you there?
I'm with
All
you,
right.
sir.
It seems like Mr. Benjamin is out. Let
I'm there,
somebody
I'm
else.
there, I'm there.
Okay. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. It seems like you're saying something. His mic is responding. All right. Let's have somebody else. Another person ask question. All right.
Can I ask?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, lovely, evening, sir. Thank you very much for this great opportunity. So I started trading with my mock account, and under that take profit and loss position where you set percentage. So I noticed that once I set my percentage, let's say under the take profit, it will give me the estimate range of which the coin will pump to before it will take my profit. Then if I also set my percentage for the stop loss,
Okay.
it will give me the percentage with which the coin will dip to before it will stop loss. So usually I'll put a high percentage at the stop loss area so that I'm so sure that the coin can never dip to that extent. I don't know if you are getting it. Hello, sir.
Yes, I get it. Now, that is I said each one of our training. I can hear you.
Okay. So, but to my biggest
I
surprise,
can hear you.
it wasn't working out that way.
Hello? Hello?
So it
He
wasn't
said
it
it didn't
wasn't
work for him. I think the
working
network
that
is
way.
poor.
Sometimes my trade will close even when the coin didn't dip to that extent.
That is because
Hello,
you
sir.
are on mock
Hello.
trading. I said that is because I said that is because you are on mock trading. I can hear you.
Okay. Okay.
Now, for some reasons that I cannot personally explain, Binance mock trading is very, very volatile. Is very
Okay.
volatile
No wonder.
compared to other platforms. So uh, that's why you experience this issue. All right. And I've told you guys, I'm going
Okay.
to show you guys other platforms that have a more stabilized um, uh, demo trading. But the truth is, you can't compare Binance with this one. As I told you guys that these experiences you gather on this place should be able to help you to become a better trader. But once you switch to the real account, real life account, all of these issues are not there. All right. So
Okay, okay, sir.
yeah, thanks so much, Mr.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
All right. So please, you can just lower your hand now. Okay. So let me start from Milford. Milford, just ask a question. 1 minute. 1 minute, please.
All
I'm
right.
supposed to be on that
Thank you for
training.
this wonderful
1 minute,
opportunity.
please.
May God Almighty bless you. So,
Thank you.
can I trade? Can I do future trading on KuCoin and other platforms?
Why not? They all support futures trading. They all support. Many of them support futures trading, if not all. But for me, for security of my account, I still prefer. I still do most of my trading on uh, this Binance. But I'm going to be showing you guys another platform that I love how their app are and their trading experience. So we are going to explore that together and see how we can make money out of them.
All right, sir.
Okay.
Thank you very
So mm, that I do not want to introduce them to other applications because our training is based on Binance. So once you guys understand this on Binance, then we can move on. You already have the foundation knowledge, then we can expand to other ones. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at uh, for David. We have already asked questions before now, and Mr. Anthony have asked questions too. Let's start with Mr. Emmanuel Ebein. Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, are you there? Okay, I think Mr. Emmanuel is not there. Okay, let's look at F for success.
Okay. Blessings.
Mr. F for success, are you there?
Yes, sir. Blessings, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate you for this great sacrifice, sir. Honestly, I pray that the Lord will reward you immensely in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
The question goes on this cross and isolated. When you're explaining, you talk about isolated and perpetual. I did not understand it really. So I wanted you to throw more light on that.
Okay, I didn't explain uh, isolated
Okay.
and cross
Okay.
in depth today because I have already done that in our previous training.
Okay.
Now, for if you are to trade with isolated, I said isolated means you are isolating a specific amount of money for you to trade. And
Okay.
I told you guys, I said, as a newbie, I will not advise you to trade isolated. Why?
Okay.
Because there is a lot of management of the positions that are involved with isolated trading. All right. As I said, you guys should trade with cross. The only disadvantage of cross is that when you're entering a trade, all of your portfolio is considered before liquidation are given. And that you enter trade with $10 does not mean you can't lose everything on your portfolio. So as a newbie, I see that cross makes it easier, but if the trade goes against you horrifically, like in terms of your portfolio management, you didn't manage your portfolio very well, you could lose all. All right. So for the trading challenge we'll be doing, we'll be using cross.
All right, sir. Yes, sir. My next question is this, sir.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir, with you, sir. My
Mr.
next
Emmanuel,
question
I've given
goes on
you time.
the package you're having for us. I'm not finished, sir.
Go ahead.
The package you are preparing for us with your team, I don't know when will that Stop
I
start.
said we are testing it. It will take at least 2 weeks.
Okay,
We are
sir.
currently testing it now. Yes.
Okay, sir.
So once we are done, we'll let you guys know.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
All right.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Okay, Mr. Man, I have 1 minute. Quick.
Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Hello, sir. Can you? Okay, sir. So I wanted to know if I buy a coin on spot market, for instance, when it is minus 8% and it becomes minus 4% over time, is it correct to say that I am in a profit of 4%?
Yes. You are in profit already. Okay.
Okay, sir. Because I was thinking you need to get to maybe positive 1 or 2 before I'll be considered to be in profit.
No, it doesn't have to be like that. It's more of like it's like when just look at it like when your battery is discharging. All right. When your battery is at 5% down, and you just plug it on the light, and it's now moved from 5% and is now 10%, and you unplug it, and you're asking yourself, oh, is my battery charged or must it reach 100%? Do you understand it? As long there is a change in the former status or condition of that trade, as long as there is a change from the point you entered, it's either you're in profit or you're in loss. So if you see like it is minus 12% and you enter the trade, and maybe after 1 hour you come back, you see it's minus 6%, you have already made profit. It may not be really like you have made 6% profit, but definitely you have made profit because the price have moved higher from the price you bought. Is that okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right, let's go over to okay. Mr. Paul, just ask a question quickly. Mr. Paul, quick, please. Mr. Manuel, mute your mic. All right, Mr. Paul is not online. All right, let's go over to
I'm
Mr.
here. Too.
Superman.
Sir, hello.
Mr. Paul, go
Sir,
ahead.
my question is still about the Momo using Momo to find the Binance account.
All right, just keep that as the last question. Mr. Superman, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for today's class. What I wanted to clarify is, just want to act on that issue of isolated and cross again. Since you say that cross is more risky, beside that you are giving us the guideline to use, can't we use isolated? It's not advisable that newbie that we should continue with isolated.
I'm not saying that cross is more risky. See, okay, let me put it
Because cross, if there's any mistake in calculation of volatility of the market, everything on your account is wiped up. But if it's isolated, it's only the particular fund you isolated for that will go if there's any serious volatility that affects in case of fundamentals.
No,
so I just want to know why you choose that we should go on cross.
Because I have discovered that over the long period of time, when students start using isolated, they quickly blow their account. Do you understand? They blow their account. Like this young man that you can see about 2 or 3 of them from this training that went and traded on their own using isolated. Their accounts were liquidated. Why? Because when you are using isolated, you are giving your liquidation based on 100% move against that particular price you isolated. Now, for you to be able to move that liquidation price downward, you need to understand how to make good use of DCA. The right place to place your DCA for it to move your price downward. Now, it's become a bit technical for a newbie to do this. So that is why I said it is better for a newbie to use cross. But what you must make sure is when you are trading, if your portfolio is small, make sure that you use more margin, small capital to enter trade. At most, you can divide your portfolio by 10 and use one of it to enter trade. Why 9 become your hedge? Do you understand?
Okay, sir. Okay, you hedge it.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Let's thank you, Mr. Chukuma. All right, so let's look at dating digest. Over to you. Is dating digest there? Okay. I think you know. All right, let's say Madam Rosemary in Ken. Madam Rosemary, are you there? Madam Rosemary, are you there? All right. It seems like she's not there, so I'm just going to lower her hand. And nobody is muted. Your mic, you can unmute it. I have unmuted everybody's mic. All right, so I'm just going to this man, the manual asked a question, so I'm just going to respond to that. And after that, we'll just take our closing prayer. Now, this is how you trade using Momo. You come here, and you can see, guys, it keep pumping, but I'm not scared. Why? Because I have my what do you call my DCA setter. So if you want to trade with Momo on Binance, you need to be on trade. You go to trade, you go to P2P, you go to P2P, you click on P2P. Now, Momo is only available in some African countries like Ghana, Cameroon, Benin Republic, I think Cote d'Ivoire. So that is where Momo is available. So if for Nigerians, Momo is not yet available. Momo stands for mobile money, and this is provided by uh, uh, internet service provider like MTN
MTN.
and all. So
Yeah.
now, for let's take for example, maybe a Ghanaian, you're a Ghanaian, you come to this place here, you click there, you click there, and you come to the search section and you type GH. This is Ghana city. You select Ghana city. So here, and I'll confirm it. Now, it's now on UHS. Confirm. All right. So now that you're on Ghana city, so you can either buy or sell. So now for you, if you have USDT and you want to sell it to get Ghana cedis, you will be coming here on the sell. But if you have Ghana cedis and you want to buy, you will be on the buy section. All right. So now let's say, for example, I want to buy. All right. So I want to buy. The next thing you need to do is for you to filter your buy. All right. So I can filter it by payment method, by amount, or I can also use this filter here. So if I click on this by payment method, I can see this is MTN mobile money, which is Momo. I have Momo here. I have Vodafone cards, and all of these different things. So if you are transferring, if you want to make payment with Momo, you can click on Momo and you confirm. It will go through and search for people who said they will make payment using Momo. Okay, they accept payment through Momo. Now, for me, I prefer to make use of people that have been verified. That you see this yellow icon on their profile. So if I want to buy with this guy, I'll click on him and I will signify how much amount that I want to buy a Ghana cedis. So if I want to buy like 10,000 Ghana cedis now, all right, it tells me that for 10,000 Ghana cedis, I will be getting what 931.10 USDT. Now, if you scroll down, the person that is the Momo provider will tell you his terms and always read at the terms. You can see now it says MTN subscribers only. So which means this person can only do MTN Momo transactions with him. So if you want to do that, you just click on buy. When you click on buy, it will show you the details of his Momo number that you use, and you can now transfer through Momo to him. And once you transfer, you just come in, see where it says for you to click that you have made a transaction, and when you click on it, they will send message to the person that you have made that transaction, and the person will do what? The person will release your coin for you. Is that okay? So that is how you do Momo for if you are buying. Then if you want to sell, it's the same to just switch to sell. Maybe you have USDT and you want to sell it to Momo, and you can use the same method. Come here, select Momo. You select Momo, click on confirm. You look for the person you want to trade with. You select the person. Then you put in the amount, the quantity of your USDT. Maybe if I'm having 100 USDT or 100 USDT, if I'm having 100 USDT here, and I want to buy, I will select here. Now you will select your payment option. So if you set up that you want to see your payment using Momo, you click here, select your payment option. If I click there now, I'll see my own payment option I've set in Naira. So click there, you will find your payment option. Then click on sell. You always look at their terms. I don't accept payment from any app. Make payment before marking the order as paid. This person will tell you the terms of the service. So if you don't want that, you can leave it. So how do you set your payment option? You can come to this place here, click on it, and you see payment method. You click on that payment method and you'll be able to add your payment, your desired payment method to verify it, and people can now be able to pay you using that method. I hope this is it clear? Mr. Manuel, is it clear? All
Sir,
right.
please, for Nigerians, is there any teaching on how to set up P2P merchants if you want to sell on Binance?
If you want to sell on Binance, for you
Yes, for
to
Nigerians, set up your P2P platform.
if you are trying to set up now, it will be a bit difficult and it may be a bit discouraging because most people don't do because you don't have a lot of rating. Do you understand? People now deal with people that have higher trading and all of these things because that is one thing people take into account. But it's very simple. You can just go there. You can select that you want to advertise. You can select you want to advertise. Let me just show you. You come to this place. You come to this place. So there. Go to this place and you see where advertisement mode. You click on it. It just say advertisement. If I switch to advertisement, then now I can put my advert here. This is where my advert is, my profile is, and that. So if I click on my profile now, it will show me like my rating. My rating is 100%. So, and I'm verified on every aspect. So I can go ahead and start making P2P ad. I can come here now and I'll create my own ad that I want to do. I can create my ad here and just do. So I will just suggest that you go to YouTube and just search for how to become a P2P finance P2P merchant, and just take your time, watch it, and look at it. Then you can go ahead and do that. Is that okay? Hello. All right. Do you have a
Yeah, we
volunteer in
understand.
the house that will just? Do you have a volunteer in the house that will just pray for us? Please, a volunteer to just pray for us.
Father, in Jesus' name,
Amen.
we are praying. In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Father, we thank you because of today. We worship your name for all the knowledge you have given unto us. Thank you for the Jochen community. Thank you for the admin and the overall leader. Thank you for the way you have been using everyone for us, for the benefit of the majority. Lord, I pray that their effort will not be in vain upon every one of us in Jesus' name. And they that are rendering this exam, Lord, I pray none of their children profiting of any evil in Jesus' name. Whatever belongs to them, Lord, I pray you secure them all in Jesus' name. And the knowledge they are given, they are sharing with us. Lord, I pray you will continue to multiply this knowledge upon every one of them in Jesus' name. And I want to pray for our own leader. Lord, I pray more of your knowledge, of your power.
Yes, Lord.
He knew and he said it that
Yes, Lord.
if he gives us knowledge, we spend it and we still be requesting for more. But he's giving us the skill that we can be using individually in order to be getting this money. Lord, I pray as he's giving out, continue to replenish him more and more in Jesus' name. Open more door for him in
Amen.
Jesus' name. Praying
Amen.
unto you, O God, we that are learning, we will not regret all this time we are wasting. We are spending in.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. And amen. All right. Continue. Are you again? All right. So, Father, we thank you for that. Thank you for Mr. Benjamin and others who have prayed for us. We pray, Jehovah, that what you have done for us will remain permanent as we go to sleep. Father, guide and protect us and our family. And by your grace, Jehovah, let's see the next day. Let us be your name, Jehovah, for in mighty name. Amen.
Amen.
And amen.
Thank
So
you
sorry,
so
Mr.
much.
Benjamin. We understand how network can be. All right, now, please, for those of you who do not understand it very clearly, the training or those of you that came in late, please, guys, I am begging you, go ahead, watch this training over and over again. So we are going to give you guys some time before we start dropping our signal. And I'm telling you guys, just keep your seats tight. Once I make that announcement or that strategy, that particular platform we're going to be using, don't waste your time. Just join immediately so that you can benefit from it. All right, guys. Thank you and have a wonderful night. Good night, everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Good night.
All right.
Good night. Night, everyone.